Thanks for tuning in to the Women's Vibrancy Code, a podcast dedicated to helping women move from exhausted to energized, balance their hormones, and feeling turned on by their life, their lover, and themselves. I'm your host, Maraya Brown. I'm a Yale and functional medicine trained women's health expert, midwife, mom, keynote speaker, and self-made entrepreneur. I'm the founder of my signature program, the Women's Vibrancy Code. So sit back, relax, and let's chat about your energy, hormones, libido, and embracing your feminine power. Oh, and you might want to have pen and paper to take some notes on some of these episodes. Hello, everyone. It is Halloween. If you're watching, I've got my 60s outfit. I am going to wear a big old puffy, poofy wig. And here's what I was thinking about this morning, the things that women's health providers think about on Halloween. And it's not what you think, although it might be. I think about, this is totally TMI, and you probably are going to be like, really? Is that what she wants to talk about? But it's true. And what I want to talk about is yeast infections. Okay. I have run the women's health in so many places. I've been supporting women for 23 years now. I ran the women's health in federally funded clinic and private practices and functional medicine practices. I did international health work in West Africa and Central America and Haiti. And specifically in the US setting, after Halloween, there was always this thing that I expected. And that's women coming in with itchy, red, uncomfortable, as well as, oh, now I'm sick. And, oh, I'm having a flare up in my autoimmune condition. And, oh, my aches and pains are up. And, oh, my irritability has changed. So I know this is totally TMI, but really, you guys, after 11 years of running the women's health in clinics, I've seen it, and it's like clockwork, okay? It's the post-Halloween yeast infection, okay? It's the time of year when our sugar intake goes off the charts, plus we often mix in a little bit of alcohol, and don't forget that inevitable lack of sleep, and voila. The result is women come into the clinic going, what do I do? Okay, so let's get real about the fact that it happens, okay? It's not comfortable. And if you've never had one, oh, be grateful. But let's talk a little bit about what do you do if this is showing up. Okay, so first of all, cut out the sugar, okay? Maybe you had some fun, but we often will stock away the excess trick-or-treat candy if you have kids. We'll do the switch, or we let them sell their candy back to us and we give them money. But then we could just throw it in the trash can. But instead, often we hide it away in that shelf, and then we'll snack on it bit by bit over the weeks and months to come. Or every once in a while, there might be a woman out there that accidentally binges. I really encourage you to actually toss it. Get rid of it, give it away, whatever you can do. We want to reduce that sugar, because what I want you to know is that yeast feeds on it. Okay, it is the first step in really helping your body recover. And often it is the culprit, but that's also alcohol. I also think of alcohol as converting directly into sugar. So today's Halloween when I'm recording this. So once you're through Halloween, you've had your fun, it is a good time to do a bit of a detox, okay? So you also want to hydrate like it's your job, okay? We're wanting to do a big detox. We want to drink plenty of water, okay? We want to flush out those toxins, rebalance your system, making sure you're eating lots of a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, and berries, getting substantial fiber in every meal. Because remember, how do we get it out, right? We have 3 phases of detoxification, and that third phase requires that we pee, poop, and sweat it out. And so we're helping to support the body in doing that, okay? You might even consider drinking some extra herbal teas, maybe adding in some extra supplementation that can help the body better detox, okay? And you're welcome to reach out to me if you're like, what would be some examples of those? Can you give me some pointers, okay? The next thing would be we want to add in probiotic and prebiotic-rich foods, okay? So probiotics help restore the balance of the gut bacteria in our own gut microbiome. That doesn't necessarily mean to go take a probiotic supplement. My preference is if you're going to take a probiotic supplement, you first get a GI map test, which is a stool test. Yes, I can order that for you, and me and the team can review it. So you're welcome to reach out if you're like, ooh, I want to see what's going on with my gut microbiome, and then we can give you a personalized supplementation regimen that's usually like a 3-month protocol to really help your foundational gut microbiome recover. So that way your clarity of thought can come back on. Often your energy comes up. Often you can get to that balance and weight that you've been wanting to do. Sometimes women, their hormones balance, their sleep gets better, their mood restores. I mean, all of that. But probiotic-rich foods can be your sauerkrauts, your yogurt, your kefir, your kimchi, miso soup, to name a few, right? So any of the fermented stuff. Okay. Now, the other thing is I mentioned both probiotic as well as prebiotic. Okay. So your prebiotic foods, what they're going to do is they're also known as oligosaccharides. Prebiotic rich foods all come from plants. Okay. And they help the good bacteria do a better job at what it's intended to do. Okay. So we're bringing in probiotics to restore that balance in gut flora, and prebiotics to help the good bacteria do a better job. Okay, so that can be your onions, your garlic, your Jerusalem artichoke, just to name a few. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to say for a yeast infection, specifically for those of you who are like, I don't even know what that is, the telltale signs, there's going to be some redness, some discomfort, some itchiness. Okay, sometimes there can be a bit of a kind of like a sourdough scent. I know this is TMI, but we got to get real. Okay. And I will say that I've worked with a number of women that have had great success with a garlic clove. Okay. Stick with me. I actually mean a garlic clove. Okay. What some women have done is they string, like take a needle through string, as thick of as the string as you can. Okay. String it through the garlic. So you've made yourself a string to pull on. You get my drift? And then you're literally going to put that up inside of your yoni, switch it out about every 4 to 6 hours, and you have the string to help pull it out if that helps you feel more comfortable. Okay, so garlic has a natural antifungal and antibacterial property and can help combat yeast. Okay, if you want more information on that one, once again, you're welcome to just reach out to me. Feel free to ask, because I know this is kind of a sensitive topic, but it's one of those that women, what I find is most women that work with me at some point will say, I've never said this out loud before, but, right? I wonder about this part of my anatomy. I wonder if, this thing happened to me. Once I did this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to give examples, but this is one of those that often women come in and they say, what do I do? Like, what is going on here? Can it be passed to my partner? What's the cause? Is there something that I can change? So at least there's 4 pointers that you can start with. And hopefully this is helpful. And it's not just for the sake of yeast, right? We also want to support our immune health. Because remember, when you're going to eat about the equivalent of a teaspoon of sugar, it turns your immune system off for the next 6 hours. So hence, how ironic that after Halloween, often cold and flu season is coming up. Now, that's not just because of Halloween. There's lots of factors there. But I do think it's a contributing factor because we tend to overload on stress, sugar, alcohol, and lack of sleep. And all of those are then going to impact our immune system. So we get sick, but then also we talk about autoimmune conditions. So women will have autoimmune flare-ups. That can be their thyroid. That can be aches and pains. I mean, there can be so many different ways that shows up. And then they end up more tired, They're not sleeping. They come to me with more heartburn and going, what is going on? Not to mention the fact of the whole cascade of what that does to our gut health. And then our hormones are more out of balance. And then 2 months down the road, our menstrual cycle is off and we're like, WTF, all right? So I want you to know that everything is related. Our nutrition is important, so is our supplementation, okay? It absolutely has an influence. And that does not mean that we deprive ourselves of fun, okay? But it does mean we get to do it consciously and we get to do it in moderation. And so we have some fun and then we go, all right, now I get to have the recovery and I pay attention to how does my body feel in the midst of this, okay? So if you're listening to this on Halloween, tomorrow, pay attention. Just take note. How do you feel? Okay. When you wake up in the morning, do you wake up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go? Or do you wake up feeling a little bit groggy and a little bit sluggish? Okay. And just go, isn't that fascinating? And right away, I'm going to encourage that you hydrate. You focus on foundational detoxification. You add in some probiotic and prebiotic-rich foods. And then for the next couple weeks, you make a concerted effort to really cut out the sugar and the alcohol. Do your best to get good sleep. Really focus on quality diet and nutrition because next we're going into Thanksgiving, right? And then we have Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's Eve. And this is that season where we get to indulge a bit, but do it consciously and knowing that everything we put in and out, this is what I say, everything that goes in and out of our eyes, our mouth, and our heart is important and relevant and is impacting our foundational well-being. So like I said, this might be a little bit TMI. For those of you listening in the podcast, I appreciate your tuning into this one. It is a bit intimate and you are absolutely welcome to reach out to me. I really am approachable. I'll make sure the team puts the form down below where you can apply for a personalized call. And if you're like, wow, that's really fascinating, I would love to get a GI map test to look at my gut microbiome and have Maraya and the team review it and just give me some pointers. Awesome. One of the things for you to know is both men and women hire me and the team, and there is a myriad of options. It can be anything from $200 a month up to $10,000 a month. It can be short-term commitments, year-long commitments, in-person retreats, comprehensive programs that include group dynamics and community and one-on-one time and lab testing, or something very simple. So the place that you start, if you're liking what I put down, you're enjoying the education, you're enjoying the content, and you have more questions, is you simply apply. You apply for a call, we pop on, and we can co-create a personalized plan based on how much time you have, what your investment comfort looks like, and what you're struggling with. As well as what you've already tried. All right, good stuff. I look forward to hearing back from everybody. Remember, yeast infections happen and they're nothing to be embarrassed about, okay? The key is taking action and getting back to feeling your best, okay? So let's address the itchiness, the white discomfort, and yes, even the smell. It's all part of the journey to better health. And don't judge yourself. You get to have some fun. Happy Halloween. I'm going to go find my wig. And hopefully this has been helpful. Please reach out to me, grab the form, fill out the application, let's have a call. And in the meantime, happy Halloween.